husband Paul passed away a little over a year ago. We had no children. Instead, we lived with a series of dogs. Angie 1 and 2, Pickles, Pepper, Sandy, and Kelly. Sandy, a beagle, and Kelly, a chihuahua, are my current roommates. Other than the dogs, I'm on my own now, and I'm slowly figuring things out. My husband did most of the driving in the 35 years that we knew each other. He also bought the gas for both of our cars. After Paul died, I actually had to learn to pump gas, and that ultimately went well after a few shaky starts, and with the help of several very kind strangers. Incidentally, the gas experience started my slow education as to when and where to play the widow card. Paul and I typically made financial decisions together, though when it came to cars, he usually took the lead, even when sometimes he should have listened to me. After Paul died, I went a bit crazy in the car department. I sold my husband's car to a guy in Kansas City. I sold my car when its front beeper was in jeopardy of never working well again, and I bought a new car for me. I like the new car's logo, feel, color, 4 years of maintenance, free car washes, regular gas, and the fact that the driver's side bucket seat fit mine. Those other things that Paul always worried about, horsepower, cylinders, airbags, and such, the salesman said that the car designers had already taken care of those things. Wonderful. I have a 2-car garage with now just 1 car in it, and though I miss Paul every day, I have to admit what's not to like about a roomy garage. Paul also wrote all the household checks, and now I do it. I'm not the math whiz he was, but with the help of my accounts online and adding notations in the checkbook to diff, the difference between my accounting and the bank's, everything always balances. Paul also was our pool man and later the supervisor of our friend Alan when pool maintenance was required. I never gave much thought to pool work, so I hired a pool company, and now I give money to a father and son duo every month, and they just raise their rates. Paul, I do miss you. Incidentally, I haven't had to buy toilet paper or paper towels since Paul died. My husband loved to shop at Sam's Club, and he loved sales. Rear ends and countertops at my house will be wiped clean for at least another 18 months, thanks to my husband. I know my 2 dogs miss Paul terribly. Paul was the dog whisperer in our house. He always knew what the dogs needed and when, and sometimes what they were thinking. You know what the dogs are thinking, I once asked Paul. Confidently he answered, uh-huh. Amazing. Since Paul's been gone, our 2 dogs know something serious has happened, and now they want all the attention 2 people gave them squeezed into the 1 person left, me. If I'm not quite up to the challenge, the dogs will go to the water dish and bang it around a bit until a refill is coming. If I'm late with mealtime, those stares and sad eyes convey the message, and I look to the heaven and apologize. The dogs also now follow me constantly. They didn't do that before. I'm thinking they're afraid I'll run away or something. Most times I enjoy being with the dogs, though I could do without pickups in the yard. I use those blue plastic wraps I get with the Review Journal. The blue bags, along with Johnny Cat's column, make me very grateful for my RJ subscription. Back to the dogs. Since Paul died when I'm out of the house, and only when I'm out of the house, the senior of my 2 dogs has decided to make sure I know she doesn't like a home with no humans. Wastebaskets were her first target, turning them over and gently letting the contents spill on the floor. When wastebaskets no longer gave her a thrill, number 1 Beagle went for my tall kitchen garbage can. With some not too gentle pushes, she was able to knock over that large can as well, spilling paper and garbage all over the floor. The forays into knocking over things caused me to elevate wastebaskets onto desks and other counters. After cleaning up too much garbage on the floor, I also took to putting my tall garbage can on the kitchen counter. Such a lovely look. When I recently had a small redo of my kitchen, I asked that a former storage cabinet be converted to house a mechanism that discreetly, out of sight, holds 2 small garbage cans. No more garbage cans on the counter and no more garbage on the floor, or so I thought. Guess who figured out how to open the door to the hidden garbage cans, remove the plastic bag liners, and dump garbage on the floor? The Beagle got into big trouble. Obviously, the door to the new garbage cans was too easy to open, so I started taping the cabinet door shut with packing tape whenever I left home. However, would you believe you-know-who was ultimately able to scratch hard enough to remove the tape and again get the plastic garbage bags out of their containers and onto the floor? I'm at the bootlegger, quietly listening to Kelly sing about bald-headed men, and my sweet Beagle is home wrecking it all. In some ways, I am amazed that my little 13-inch Beagle can actually open the cabinet door and remove the garbage bags without removing the containers they are in. Beagles are supposed to be loving, not smart. Damn, I got a smart one. And now, the new garbage cans are back up on the counter until I can figure out some child-proof locks. When company comes, I quickly replace the cans in their cute cabinet as if nothing bad has ever happened and my dogs are perfect angels. After the guests leave, the cans go back up on the counter. I hope there is a heaven and that Paul is looking down and seeing all this. For sure, he's shaking his head over the car purchase and the checkbooks. On the other hand, Paul's got to be flattered that the dogs miss him so much. Knowing Paul, I think he's also cheering them on. See you next time.